Okay, so this camera is not the greatest, but my other video cut off, and I felt it cut off. I think it cut off at a really good part too. What was I saying? I was saying last thing I said was I don't think I don't see so far, right, from what I've heard and what I've read, which honestly right now, like throughout this video, you will probably notice I have not read that much like on camera. But what I've read so far, and then like the links that are coming up and shit like that, blah blah blah, very very different on both sides. Um, from what I've seen so far, I don't really see anything wrong with anything Kamala has done. You know, I know people keep trying to villainize her and demonize the shit that she's done and stuff like that. But it's like, what is wrong with what she did? Because they're saying like, oh, soon, they're gonna do something in California to repeal. Oh, the storage in my phone is kind of full. I don't think I'm gonna edit this video. I think I'm just gonna upload it as it is. But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with. Oh, there's okay. So they're saying they're gonna repeal something 47, whatever it is, the whatever it's called exactly. Move this. See if Proposition 47. I don't see much wrong with it. I feel like they just are bothered because she didn't she didn't vote to kill somebody that killed a police officer. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I think that's their problem, but I don't really see anything wrong with it. Like non-serious, non-violent crimes aren't judged ridiculously harshly. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like she's being lenient on, like I said, like violent crimes. Like there's lots of different types of violence, okay? There's lots of different types of violence, there's lots of different types of abuse. Um, and everything that comes out of your mouth, everything that you say, everything that you do is not violence. It's not abuse. You know what I'm saying? So like so far I don't see anything wrong with with what, she's trying to do. You know? Like it's not like she's trying to be lenient on rape or sexual crimes or anything like that. Like, there's emotional abuse, there's verbal abuse, like literal abuse, like literal violence, like literal attacking somebody and shit like that. Like some of that is serious. So like I don't see what the issue is. And then I said something else. I'm glad I caught it when I caught it because it only cut off a good like 4 minutes of me talking. Um, but yeah, I don't really see anything wrong with her so far. That's what it was. Like back to that first video I was uploading. So yeah, like what does she do? She curses. She likes the word motherfucker. Okay. And what? She was naked somewhere. There was some sort of what was it? I'm gonna look it up right now on this screen because why was Kamala Harris naked? Why is Kamala Harris being called a fucking? Why is Kamala Harris being called? Oh, Kamala Harris was Willie Brown's mistress, and he made her. Who the fuck is Willie Brown? Why is Kamala Harris the subject of so much trolling online? Bro, niggas are trying to say she can't run for president because she was raised in Canada. Is this a joke? Is this a fucking joke? Technicalities very obviously don't count here. Aren't there multiple technicalities that Trump is somehow avoiding? And somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have not seen her say a single thing wrong. MAGA Republicans launch racist, sexist attacks. Okay, so what I want to know is when was America great? This glare is bothering me. When was America great? Exactly which time period? Because, like, which time period are we trying to resurrect, right? What time period are we trying to relive, right? Or is it like, oh, like, what does that mean exactly? Why can't it just be make America great, period? Why is it again? You know, like, you're losing me with the again because when was it great? The bratification of Kamala Harris. The essence of brat is not defining people as such, it's being simultaneously provocative and vulnerable. A quality that XCX perhaps sees in Harris and her campaign. Huh? The racist, sexist attacks on Kamala Harris. Okay, let me see. Snopes.com. Don't know what that is. Willie Brown. Vice presidential nominee. Political appointments of not political career. Okay. Harris dated former Willie Brown. Former Willie Brown? In 1994 and 1995 as the state assembly speaker. Please leave me alone. Brown appointed her to two political posts, the California Unemployment Insurance Appeals Board and later the Medical Assistance Commission. Okay, what's true? That's what's true, apparently. What's false? While Brown was still married when he and Harris started to date, he and his wife, Blanche Brown, had separated 13 years by then. Harris's first successful run for office in 2003 happened 8 years after the relationship ended. Since then, Harris and Brown have taken several opportunities to distance themselves from each other. The way that you wrote that is interesting, but the rumors were misleading as they exaggerated both the adulterous aspect of the relationship and the importance of Brown's influence on Harris's career. Then 29, Harris dated Brown, who was also 60 when the relationship had been separated from his wife. Harris was assistant district attorney in Alameda County when they met. Brown then appointed Harris to two political posts while he was Speaker of the California Assembly, but that was in 1994, years before Harris was elected district attorney of San Francisco in 2003. She would remain in that post until 2011. Okay. Okay. They're talking about the most irrelevant part of all this. What did she do when, she was the fucking unemployment person or whatever the fuck and the medical person? Was it? After US President Joe Biden, the presumptive Democratic presidential nominee, ended his 2024 campaign and endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris in July 2024, old rumors that she had slept her way to the top returned. That shit is in here somewhere. Okay. Unemployment Insurance Appeals Board and the Medical Assistance Commission. I mean, she's so far she seems to be like for the people, you know? She seems to be pretty for the people. This video would have to be so fucking, if I were to really sit here and just cuz I'm not editing this. I'll probably read this cuz, you know, I don't really have any obligations for a couple of days. So I'll probably read this and then come back with, you know, what I learned and what I found. But I don't. Several people, including former Fox News host Megyn Kelly, insisted that Harris's affair to former San Francisco mayor and Speaker of the California Assembly Willie Brown was relevant to her White House bid as proof of her ruthlessness and ambition. Indeed, they said Brown gave her visibility by appointing her to two political posts in the mid 1990s when they were reportedly dating. When I was 29, I dated 60-year-old Willie Brown. He was married at the time. I want to be your president. That's a meme that they added. Memes generated during the 2020 Democratic primaries also shared the claim. Okay. 13 years. Separated for 13 years before that. Like, Republicans launch racist, sexist attacks. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like, that's like, what is this? The beehive for fucking Donald Trump? What is this? Donald Trump's beehive? Like, come on. Come on. Concerts and music and stuff like that, completely different than somebody running the fucking country. Okay? Okay, it's not even like you're really trying to back somebody that's like people are fucking doing him dirty, and he just wants what's best for everybody. And obviously, besides people that shouldn't get what they want because that's just awful, just they want awful things or something like that. Like, what are you doing? Literally, what are you doing? What are you doing? And literally the whole entire point of these videos, which I kind of feel like is pointless in a way, because like, I don't know, I really hope that they're not, but I have definitely had a lot of experience with people who are stuck in their ways or do fucked up things and all this other stuff. They don't listen. They're not gonna fucking listen, right? They don't listen to reason. They very obviously were not operating from a good place in the first place, and I feel like they're still in that place. So I really, I can't say if this video or anything like that would do anything, but that was really what I wanted to come out of this. I was like, I gotta say something. Like, look at this article, like, and there's only 3 weeks till election, bro. You know what? There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that need to happen in these 3 weeks. I need to be able to speak to somebody who is very well versed, very knowledgeable when it comes to the different political parties, because I want to know. I really I want this glare to not be in my glasses, but like, I want to know. I want to know the ins and outs. I want to know the ins and the outs. Okay, I need that. Google is not very helpful with that. I need to know the ins and outs. I need to speak to somebody who knows their stuff. Um, I don't know. I don't know if how controversial I need to make this fucking title, or what to get the answers, or to get people that know this stuff and could give me this information to comment on my videos. Like, yes, send me talk your talk and stuff like that. Like, what political party are you in, and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to things that are just not okay, I don't support them. I don't support them. I support, you know what I support? I support you working through those things, right? But I believe that you should be working through those things. I believe that you should be going taking the proper steps and going down the proper avenues to work through those things. Like, I think that there's a specific environment that you should put yourself in order to work through those things, get those things out of your system. You know what I mean? I feel like that's like what therapy is for. That's what therapy is for, because you know, you're supposed to lean on them with those things, you know, like they're supposed to help you work through stuff like that, blah blah blah. Like they don't have to really like put shit aside and all this other stuff to work through these things that, you know, you're dealing with and stuff like that, you know, kind of like somebody that you're in a relationship or a friendship or anything like that would potentially have to do, you know, if they really wanted to help you work through it, if they didn't share your same viewpoints, or maybe they do share your same viewpoints, but like, eh, you know, gotta get in that right environment. I would say, you know, let's do it in the comments and stuff like that. But I'm not. I don't support nonsense. I genuinely support. I really wholeheartedly support genuine growth and real, tangible success and, you know, health and solutions and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? Like I want everybody to have the ability to roll with the punches. You know. I don't want things to be dragging you down all other stuff. So it's like cool if there are certain things that you're very angry about, and you know Trump it feels like an outlet for you. It feels like he supports you, or it feels like you're gonna get your way, or some sort of gratification from him becoming president, stuff like that. You know, don't really want you to work through that in the comments and stuff like that. Like those, you know, there are other ways. There are other ways to handle situations as they arise. Okay, so yes, but yeah, you know, put me on to stuff, put down links, you know, share opinions, blah blah blah. Like I want to see all of it, you know, like I want all that to take place in the comments, you know, like I don't want to post this and just have it be a waste of fucking time. Like, is somebody probably gonna come and be like, oh my god, you know that missile that Trump is requesting? He's gonna make you eat it because you posted this fucking bit. Like, how about you know that doesn't happen? How about they don't try to kill me like Dr. Sebi? You know, because I'm just a person. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl, and all I know is what you know. I don't know. I don't know. Did they kill Dr. Sebi? I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know. But the people are saying that they did. That's what the people are saying. That's what the people are saying. And I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I wasn't there. I'm not the one that did it. I don't know. So I don't know. But yeah, like, you know, I care about this country. I'm alive. Um, you know, I'm pretty sure that I feel like, you know, I feel like there's no way Donald Trump is that fragile. Hopefully, you know, he can handle not becoming president. Because, like, why does he want to be president? Why does he want to be president besides, like, keeping immigrants out of the country and stuff like that? Like, you know, there are a lot of people in America. There are a lot of people, period. But, like, I don't know. I don't know. There's just a certain way. I don't know. Like, it's just like, what else? What else? Because, like, that's keeping them out of the country. Okay, cool. But what about, like, what's in the country? What about that? You know? Because I've never really heard about him saying anything positive about women. I'm gonna try to see. Maybe I should watch uh these debates and stuff like that, but I really don't want to. I don't want to at all. I don't like listening to what people have to say a lot of the time. I don't. It's like, why do I have to sit here and listen to you say nonsense? I don't want to do that. So if I watch these and that's all I'm fucking hearing the entire time, I'm very bothered, you know, because it's a waste of time. It's literally a waste of time, and it's just gonna make me feel like, why do people support this? Like, what is going on? You know, it's just gonna make me feel kind of helpless, and I really don't like that. I really don't like that. It's like I don't feel like I don't know. I feel like you're supposed to put your best foot forward in these videos and stuff like that. And I don't know. I don't really know. When's the last time niggas voted for Senate? Like, I really like, I want somebody or multiple people. I want to be walked through this entire process and the history of all of this stuff. I do. I do. I really do. Like, I need a comprehensive rundown of all of it. I don't like researching. Like, I don't want to read a bunch of different fucking articles and just read a bunch of nonsense. Like, I need a rundown. Like, yeah, sure. I'll read them. Like, we can go through them together. Like, you could show me your sources. Like, all the people. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, you know, spread it all out. I feel like there are enough people that know enough and have enough and can highlight certain things in the world that could just do that instead of having like one person do it, blah blah blah, or something like that. You know, unless somebody wants to do it, that'd be great. But easiest way, most realistic way is a bunch of different people. That's why I'm saying like hell of people to come watch this because I want to learn. You know, I want to learn. I want all this to go like good and stuff like that. Like I don't know. I don't know. Like why do you want to be president so bad? Why don't you go like I don't know. Why don't you go be special in a different place? Go to a country club or something. I don't know. Go fucking. I don't know. Mm-mm. I can't come up with things that you want to do. You're you. I'm not you. A very revealing Donald Trump quote about why he. I do. Let's see what this says. Let's see what the fuck this is. From 2022. 3-minute read. I just want to read the quote. I wanted to do the most good for the most people as possible. Ask most politicians why they run for president, and you are likely to get an answer that sounds like I wanted to do the most good for the most people as possible. Donald Trump is not most Republican. Trump, in an interview with the New York Times' Maggie Haberman for her forthcoming book, Confidence Man: The Making of Donald Trump and the Breaking of America, revealed the why behind his past and likely future bids for the nation's highest office. The question I get asked more than any other question, if you had to do it again, would you have done it? Trump told Haberman. The answer is yeah, I think so. Because here's the way I look at it. I have so many rich friends and nobody knows who they are. That's so funny. That's actually so funny that I just said what I said and then now this is what they're saying. Okay, so just to be crystal clear here, Trump is saying, can you shut up, please? Trump is saying that if he had to do it all over, he would run for president again because it made him more famous. That the key motivation for him to run for president was to be well known, and it worked. See what I'm saying? Like, do you see? You remember how I said, what did I say? What the fuck? Not cops and robbers, bells and whistles, but what the fuck was the first one? What was the first one? I don't remember. I don't fucking remember, but that's a startlingly honest admission, even for Trump. He didn't even attempt to go for a more traditional answer, like, I don't know, helping people or seeing policies he believed in and acted and executed. Just right to the purely personal. Which, Knowing what we know of Trump probably shouldn't be all that surprising. He is someone who is uniquely self-centered and spent much of his presidency running the government like his own private fiefdom. CNN. There were my generals and my military. The expectations that the Justice Department would pursue his political enemies and act at his behest. Okay, so what are any of those things doing for the country? Exactly. What is any of that doing for the country? Now there's something that I'm thinking. There is something that I'm thinking, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say that one thing. For Trump, the presidency was a means to personal end to make him more famous, more marketable, a bigger deal, which is how Trump viewed everything that happened to him in his life. A chance to go bigger, get richer, always more, more, more. The show is Trump, and it has sold out performances everywhere. He told Playboy magazine all the way back in 1990 in one of the most revealing quotes of his life. At the start of his presidency, there was an active debate as to whether Trump would bend his way to the conventions of the presidency or whether he would force the presidency to warp to his will. Looking back in hindsight, it's clear Trump did the latter, forcing his desire for fame and power onto the White House for 4 years. To think anything would be different if he gets 4 more years in the job after the 2024 election is a fool's errand. Bars. Why can't you just be happy at home with your family? Why can't you just do that? Is that not what you want? Do you want a new family? Go get it. Go get it. Why do you have to be famous? Why does it matter that your friends are rich and people don't know who they are? Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Make fun of them. Like, make fun of them for it. You were already president. You were already president. That's enough. If it's really that deep, stop being their fucking friend. What the hell? I don't know. That's not what I was expecting to see when I typed in why does he want to be president? How America changed during Donald Trump's 71%. Trump himself was a clear motivating factor for voters on both sides. 71% of Trump supporters said before the election that their choice was more of a vote for the president than against Biden. So what is this? Like people living vicariously through Trump or something? This is just so crazy because like if there were real like reasons to have him run for president, um wouldn't that like already we wouldn't have all these questions and all these other things to say. Like, do we need the drama? I don't know. Do we need the drama? Like, is that I don't understand. Is like America gonna be boring if we don't have the drama or something? Or I don't know. But Trump shooter's motive unknown beyond wanting to launch an attack. The FBI says the gunman was targeted for. What was Trump's motive for keeping documents? Finding a motive could certainly be useful for prosecutors should former President Donald J. Trump end up at trial. but it may be necessary improving the legal elements of the case again may not be necessary improving the legal elements of the case against him. What case? 2015. Trump has two reasons why he decided to run for president this time rather than past cycles. His business and himself. The Republican presidential candidate says it says Donald Trump on why he's running. I did it for me. Politico.com. Okay. So I want to just see what he claims to spews false claims about what speaking. Oh, false claims and fury. Donald J. Trump speaking from the gilded lobby of his midtown. Did I read any of this? President Biden called the remarks reckless, dangerous, and irresponsible. I mean, it says the statements are false, and this is what New York Times. So I don't think I really need to read it, but I guess long before Donald J. Trump, New Yorkers were accustomed to seeing his name emblazoned on buildings, golf courses, even a state park. But in the years since he entered politics, Mr. Trump's once potent personal brand has soured in his home state amid legal and political scrutiny. His name has gradually disappeared from the skyscrapers in Manhattan, golf courses in the Bronx, and skating rinks in the heart of Midtown. And now, less than 24 hours after he became the first American president to be convicted of a felony, that's kind of funny. State lawmakers are looking, and it's funny because Kamala, she's one of the things that's how many firsts she has been throughout, her career and being in the public eye and all this other stuff. It's funny. State lawmakers are looking to revive a push to strip Mr. Trump of one of his few remaining monuments, Donald J. Trump State Park. Damn. Located some 35 miles north of New York City border, the park, whose signage dots the Taconic State Parkway in northern Westchester County, has generally attracted more curiosity and disapproval than it has visitors. Mr. Trump donated the 436-acre plot to the state of New York in 2006 after plans to develop it into a luxurious private golf course fell apart. He had purchased the land for less than $3 million in the late 1990s and received a substantial tax deduction in return. The precise value of this gift is not clear, but Mr. Trump has valued it at $26.1 million. For the 2006 tax year, he reported non-cash charitable contributions of $34 million on his tax returns. Okay, so was the park a part of that or something? I don't know. But without an endowment to fund park maintenance or additional support from the state, the park fell into disrepair by 2010. The state opted to shutter it rather than pay for its upkeep, enraging the future president. If they're going to close it, I'll take the land back, he fumed to a New York Times reporter at the time. For nearly a decade, the park moldered, becoming overgrown and covered in graffiti. An attempt to turn a portion of the land into a dog park was halted after it was discovered that one of the structures on the property contained asbestos. Eh. It says that in this article, I bet you mad people have heard this honestly already. It says that keeping his name was contrary to the state park's mission of uplifting and unifying New Yorkers. Why is that? I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it's because he supports segregation and his own self and his friends, and I guess his goal was for it to be a memoriam for himself, or like a you know? What's an endowment? I feel like that's like, let's see what the actual definition is, because the act or process of endowing. Something that is endowed, the part of an institution, income derived from donations. Okay. So what does this have to do? What's the false claim? The taxes? This is the whole article too, basically. Hold on. The measure passed the Senate in 2021 but has yet to come to the floor of the Assembly. Guess it's not that important. A current version of the bill has been filed but has to make out of committee, and with just 4 legislative days left in the session before it is scheduled to end on June 6th. June 6th. Any bill would seem to face an uphill climb. The park has seen some improvements in recent years. Senator Holly Hoylman Sigel noted in a picnic area a short trail in woodlands during a visit a few years ago. It isn't as well maintained as many state parks, but there have been some improvements to it, he said. It also seems likely that a fair number of visitors to the park voted for Trump. In voting districts to the north and east of the park in Yorktown and Yorktown Heights, Mr. Trump drew more votes than President Biden in 2020. Even so, Senator Holly Hoylman Segal said that recent events had contributed to a flurry of interest in both houses that he believed could reinvigorate the measure to change the park's name. We hope the verdict primes the pump, he said. Video? Okay, former President Donald J. Trump addressed the news, media, and a small crowd of vetted supporters, all employees who work at Trump Tower and the building's lobby on Friday. About what? This park? Oh, what the fuck? That's not even the article I was supposed to be reading. This makes no sense. Okay, so boom, there's that, right? There's the like caption or whatever, or the title or whatever. June 3rd, 2024. And this shit says pinned. Here's what to know after Trump's conviction. I thought that was some bullshit. I skipped over it. Why does it say pinned if that's literally the article? Donald J. Trump sought to turn the enormous public interest in his criminal conviction to his advantage on Friday. How? Taking over the gilded lobby of Trump Tower in Manhattan to deliver a rambling 33-minute speech laden with baseless attacks on the prosecution team and the presiding judge and other falsehoods and misleading claims while boasting about receiving a windfall in campaign contributions. He also said he would appeal the conviction. Mr. Trump, the presumptive Republican nominee and the first person who has served as a commander-in-chief to become a convicted felon, derided the trial as rigid, made numerous false statements about what had taken place in court, and called the judge a devil. The speech came one day after he was found guilty of 34 felony counts of falsifying business records to cover up a sex scandal that threatened to derail his 2016 presidential campaign. Okay. President Biden said a few hours later that Mr. Trump's remarks were reckless, dangerous, and irresponsible. Mr. Trump, who did not testify in the trial, had been given every opportunity to defend himself. Mr. Biden said, "Our justice system has endured for nearly 250 years, and it literally is the cornerstone of America." I mean, I don't know, love it. I don't think I do. But that's something that, needs to be addressed, needs to be fixed. Okay. And who wants to do that? Who wants to do that? Mr. Biden said at the White House, the justice system should be respected. Mr. Trump's sentencing is set for July 11th. He faces probation or up to 4 years in prison, which I don't think either one of those happened. Here is what else to know. At Trump Tower on Friday, Mr. Trump continued to attack people who testified against him in the 7-week trial, specifically his former fixer, Michael D. Cohen, the star witness for the prosecution. He also admitted that he had gotten very upset with his lawyers. Guilty verdict gave President Biden's campaign a fresh way to frame the 2024 election, a stark choice between someone who is a felon and someone who is not. The verdict is likely to focus attention on Mr. Trump in a way that Mr. Biden supporters have long hoped it would. Though Mr. Trump has promised to appeal, any such effort will take time, and New York's appellate system could take years to dispose of the case. Read more about what comes next in the legal process. Despite his felony conviction, Mr. Trump can still run for president. The Constitution sets very few eligibility requirements, and there are no limitations based on character or criminal record. Why not? If elected, Mr. Trump could not pardon himself because presidential pardon power does not extend to state cases. Mr. Trump's campaign said it had raised $34.8 million after the verdict, shattering online records for Republicans. That money will help him close the gap with Mr. Biden, who has so far held the final advantage. Alvin L. Bragg, the Manhattan district attorney, risked his reputation by indicting Mr. Trump in a case that some prominent Democrats said wasn't strong enough to have brought against a former president. Instead, Mr. Bragg cemented his place in history as the first prosecutor to convict a former president. Okay. It's sounding to me like the MAGA people are just like jokes at this point. Like, the presidency and the state of our country is not a joke. Like, this is not like some high school drama type shit. Like, this is not like your fucked up friend that you know, are brainwashed into supporting or don't really know any better or something like that. This is the state of our country. Um, so, uh, so who's not voting at this point? Like, who's not voting, and how do we get them to vote? I don't feel comfortable, you know, like doing my absolute best to spread this message to people. But at the same time, I do kind of feel like it would make sense for me to really like come up with like a PowerPoint or something and do this. But that's a lot. It's a lot of research. It's a lot of research. It's a lot of things to put together. I could do it though. Put it on my projector, put it in there, set it up, blah blah blah. But damn, damn. Even really not knowing that much about her, I can't really see how, you know, we can support like the stuff that he's trying to do or that has been taking place so far. I don't. Um, I really don't. Like, I can understand that he wants to be president, but you know, can't always get what you want. It is what it is. And if he has that money, I don't see why he didn't just keep up with the park his damn self. Why did you not just keep up with the park your fucking self? What did the money go towards instead? If if you didn't want to put it towards the park, what did it go towards instead? Because $34 million in non-cash charitable funds, where like to where? I don't know, but I'm not. I don't really only think about America majority of the time. Like, there's a lot of places and stuff like that I think about and I want to learn about and I want to know about. And that's a ridiculous amount of research. Like, I really, I want to know. I really do. Like, what do I got to do? What do I have to do? How many degrees do I have to get? I don't want to do that. I would really much rather just talk to people who know this stuff, you know? Like, come on, guys. I need some connects. I need some connects. Somebody teach me. Learn me something. Learn me something. Learn me something. Learn me something. Maybe then, I'll run for president and I'll fix stuff. Even though, like I said in the beginning of the video, I don't really know. I don't really know. Because, yeah. Yeah. I just don't see the appeal. I don't know. I don't really see the appeal of the shit that these people in power are trying to do. Like, having power is really not that important. Like, having that much power to really not do much of anything with it, like, I don't understand that. I don't. Like, you can enjoy your life without stuff like that. Like, somebody that wants better for people and wants to, I don't know, change things that probably are bothersome to you and are bothersome to most people. You probably benefit from that way more. Like, I don't know, I don't see the appeal. I literally don't see the fucking appeal, dude. I don't even see how this shit came to be in the first place, you know? I don't know, that's why I say, like, maybe, maybe we should give these people that have all these crazy views their own country or something. Maybe we should just put them over there together. Hmm? Have fun. I don't know, because, like, this is crazy, we gotta have similar goals. We gotta have like-minded people and stuff like that around, and like, not to say that's jail, because obviously it's not really jail if you get to do what you want. Like, that's what you want to do. Those are the things that you want to do. Go be you're around those people that want to do those things too. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I really want to have a discourse about this. That's really what I want to do. I want to have a discourse about this. And as many people are talking about these things, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's going very good. And it's like, I'm not really. Okay, I'm starting to get interested in listening to these debates. I am. I am starting to become interested. And I think I'm gonna listen to them. I think I talked it out a good bit, and now I think I'm ready to actually watch them. Cause like I don't want to just read articles and stuff like that about people. I want to actually watch these things and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna lie, one thing I kind of don't really like to do is judge people. Um, I don't love it. Um, but yeah. This is a lot. You know, like the Make America Great Again people are very vocal. Donald Trump is very vocal, extremely vocal, kind of violent, um, lots of stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like they shouldn't be the only ones with the confidence, the only ones with the voice and the confidence and all this other stuff. Like, sure, they can want those things, but how far can you really take that? You know what I mean? How far can you really take it? Like, you know, like if you're really not the kind of people to sit here and do crazy shit, or if they're really not the kind of people to do all this shit that just is really not okay, then prove it. You know what I mean? They shouldn't be the only ones with the confidence. They shouldn't be the only ones speaking. You know, they definitely shouldn't be attacking people and spreading rumors and all the other stuff. Because, you know, Donald Trump is one person. I don't see, like, what the obsession is with him and stuff like that and all this and all that. But there, to put it frankly, like, there are a lot of people that could be president and would actually make America amazing to the best of their abilities, you know, because it does also depend on the people of America. So yes, but yeah, I'm done for now. I'm already at the end of the video, but I'm not. I'm not editing this video. I'm not gonna edit it. I'm just going to upload this. Oh my god. Oh, this piece right here just scared the absolute shit out of me. Oh my goodness, that was very scary for a second. But upload this, go about my day. Probably, I never sleep. It always gets fucked up. Like I try my absolute hardest to fix it, and then it gets fucked up. So I'm still in the midst of fixing it, but yeah. So I'm probably gonna be up all night. Since I'm gonna be up all night, I will probably fuck around and watch these elections and all this other stuff and blah blah blah. There's no need for all this drama and shit like that in office. Like I feel like office is supposed to be boring, you know, cookie cutter, basic, you know, just basic, good, basic. But the funny thing is, right? She's not even basic. She's most likely going to like, yeah, shit is gonna get handled and stuff like that. But it's like you don't have to be boring and all this other stuff and da 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 da. No, and it's not gonna change you. Being serious and taking shit seriously and actually getting shit done and being dedicated to what you're doing and all this other stuff doesn't make you boring. Isn't gonna suck the life out of you, you know. She's probably still gonna have fun. She seems like a person that likes to have a good time. She knows how to have a good time, you know. And hey, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see what I am able to see, you know, from with the resources and stuff like that that I have, whatever's out there. And yeah, but so far what I've seen is really not very good for Trump. You know, just to be totally unbiased. Cause like I don't have a bias. I'm not biased. I'm not biased because I'm black. I'm not biased because I'm a woman. You know, I'm not necessarily biased. If you want to call me not supporting violence or stuff like that, biased, that's not that's not what that's what the other country that's what the other country is for. So yeah, I'm done for now. Done for now. Gonna go live my life and shit. Yeah. Uh I'll probably be back. I'm trying to think of like something to leave off with and what to say and all the other stuff, but you know, I'm not on Facebook or anything like that, so I feel like it's probably this realistically, cause but I can um this is probably a change of pace from a lot of videos. You know, the vibe of this video, the energy in this video is probably very different from a lot of the videos that have circulated or anything like that about the whole presidential campaign and Trump. From what I've seen so far, it seems like the Make America Great Again people, the people, the Trump supporters are kind of angry and kind of violent, and stuff like that. And this wasn't that. Um, the Kamala Harris people, I don't know what they're doing. I'm pretty sure they like Meg the Stallion, but also people are judging her for having Meg the Stallion at her rally. But it's like, why does she have to be boring? What does she need to be boring for? Children can't vote. Children cannot vote. So, what are they watching the election for? What are they watching it for? Because she didn't do anything fucking crazy. It's not like she wasn't popping pussy. You know, she wasn't doing anything like that. Like, so I don't get what the big uproar and the hateration around that was. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong, Donald Trump definitely gets some backlash for the things that he does, but like, I feel like that was an unnecessary amount. I mean, does that mean that it caused people to cause most of those people that were saying those things to turn their back on Miss Harris? I don't know. Can't really say. Hopefully not. It's really not something to make you feel that way, but who knows? Who knows? But yeah, everybody have a good day. Make good decisions. Do your research. Know what you're doing before you do it. And be good. I feel like that was boring. That was boring as fuck. Like, get lit, stay lit, be lit, all that other stuff. You know? Take care of your responsibilities, because taking care of your responsibilities is actually a great fucking feeling. It really is. It is. Don't let people get in your way. Tell them, like, no, blah, blah, blah. Okay? It's okay to tell people that you have stuff to do. It is. It's okay to tell people that you have stuff to do. Now, every situation is nuanced, all right? I know that, sometimes people struggle with stuff like that. Don't struggle with stuff like that. Community, blah, blah, all supposed to be, you know, boom. So, yeah, good luck, everybody, with everything. And, I don't think it's fair that he took Make America Great Again, but realistically, I don't think that that phrase makes sense. So, do with that what you will. I'll catch you on the flip after I get. I'll catch you on the flip. Catch you on the flip. I clicked it. I clicked it. Okay.